Hello. We are going to now look into the patterns. These patterns are very scary to some people, including when I was an initial program learner. It used to scare me. Now, here I'm going to show you how you can drive the fear away from patterns. Okay, let us look into the code. Will you see that here we have got two loops in order to print so many things. How are two loops working? Two loops work when one loop is inside another. So this loop of for is included inside this loop of for. So the outer loop of for is a variable r and the inner loop of for is a variable c. Now the inner loop will happen every time the outer loop happens. This inner loop sometimes will begin from top and sometimes will continue when it will be rotated. Now the rotation of a loop takes the loop counter back to the modified value and from there it checks the condition once again and repeats. So the inner circle keeps on repeating as long as the condition does not let it come out. Once the inner loop is complete, then the outer loop once again goes back, does the job and makes the inner loop work once again. It is something like for each value of R, all the values of C will work. In your school life, if you kind to notice, it is like for every section of a class, all the students will have to give their roll number count. That means for section A, if it is for 1 to n, then again for section B, if it is for 1 to n. In the same way, for each section, all of them. Now look at the code where we are going to check with 6 and then I will show the modification and show you how you will see this output. First, look into the output which is already done. The value of n is 6 and the loop of r is going from 1 to n. For each value of r, I have got the print statement r is equal to r and c is appearing as a heading. So every time with r, I am printing r once and these values of c are getting printed in the inner circle. All of them are printed side by side because there is no print ln and the new line is given after all the values of C are printed. So all the values of C are every time from 1 to n. N is 6. Therefore, every time C is printing from 1 to 6. And each time R goes back, the value of C once again begins with 1 and keeps on repeating. And also, this portion is printed in a fresh line. Now, I will show you first modification. If I remove the dots, what do you see? Cross check. I am going to run the program once again and show you the difference. In the output, check. Oh, after C, nothing but a space. Now, if I remove this statement which is only printing the heading, then what will you see? Let us show that to you. I guess you will see only the values of C. This C and that C are two different words. One is SEE and one is variable C. This C stands for column. Okay. Now you see every value of R makes the inner loop repeat. And after all the values of C is over, a new line is printed. If I change the value of n and make it 5, what do you think will happen? That also we will see. and we will see how C is changing. Alright, now say N has become 5. So the outer loop is running 5 times and the inner loop is also running that way. Is it possible to make this something different? Just check out. Can I print 1 to 10 n number of times? The inner loop will repeat from 1 to 10 every time and the outer loop is going 5 times. So the outer loop here with the help of a variable tells how many times and the inner loop so many times in its own goes on repeating. Okay?